So I've already walked around and taken all the still photos. If I saw any blemishes, I made sure I took pictures of them. But it's pretty clean. We already know that there's repaint. This is a paint meter that I'll be using. It's an electromagnetic paint meter, and I guess at this point it's not if we find repaint. That now I just want to determine the quality of workmanship, right, and the paint thickness. We want to make sure there's no panels that are too thin, just in case you ever have the car detailed or color sanded somewhere down the road. You don't want them burning through the paint, and that way you can tell them that, hey, listen, it's thin here, take it easy, or just do a hand polish. But just starting with the walk around, when I look at it, the car presents well. I don't see any damage to the headlights. The left side lens looks newer than the right side, so maybe that was replaced. I checked the fit for them as well. What I do is I tap the assembly. It looks like a little loose there, right? You can probably ask them to sort that out for you. Here you can see where the fit's not 100%, and again, that might be as good as it gets. You can see where it's chipped, right? So this is the type of stuff that I'm just pointing out to you. And you can see where this headlight is, it's set in there pretty good. Little chip there. So yeah, this one looks a little older, and there's a minor little paint chip here, right? The fit as well, slightly protruding out here, and just some minor little chips. Okay, let's get some paint meter readings. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, this is 3.5, 4. Those are great readings, by the way. It's when we get a reading of 19.7 specifically, that tells me that there's body filler underneath the paint. All right, so that's pretty good. Moving here to the windshield, I looked at that. One of the first things I like to check is the placement of the public ID VIN, right? And I got a still photo of that as well, and I'll just make sure everything matches. Okay. Also, I look at the windshield closely, in case it was removed and resealed. Looks good there. Didn't see any chips, scratches, or scuffs. I'll be checking the operation of the windshield wipers. Looks like this is gonna need some attention here. You can see where this is already loose, right? And outside mirror just got some yellowing there. Not sure what's going on there. And looking at the left front wheel, right? I've checked the tires for any sidewall damage. Also look at the rims for curb rash, and I'll be checking the DOT number a little later on to see when it was manufactured. Just a little bit of curb rash here though, and then I'll see if I can get a brake pad. Excuse me. Okay. And then I'll just do a quick shot of the wheel well area just to see what's going on underneath there. And then while I'm down here, I always like to get a side panel view. And what we're checking for here is any waviness, chips, or not chips, why not chips? But dents and dings. Right. And I can see the paint finish where, it's not as glossy as some areas, so we know there is repaint there. Getting some door readings, 6.5, good that this kind of supports what I just mentioned right now. So there is repaint right there. 5, 4.5, 4.5. Right. Looked at the glass, didn't see any scratches or scuffs or chips. Always like to get a view of the roof, and I like to take paint meter readings as well. Want to make sure that nobody's been jumping up and down on this and it's been repaired. So we're getting some good solid readings here as well. 3.5, 2.5, 3. So that's good. I don't see any waviness here, and I like the fit of the sunroof glass. Looks like it's nice and flush. Okay. Also pay attention to the door panel gaps. I'll be analyzing that later while I'm at my desk. I use grid lines as reference lines. Okay, 3.5, 3.5, 4, 3.5, great readings. I always like to open up the gas cap, make sure the little pigtail is still intact, and I like to smell the fuel. Okay. No issues there. Again, just a quick side view. Looking for any signs of waviness, any dents or any dings. Right. And then left rear tire, I checked the outside walls, didn't see any obvious signs of any tears or gashes. And I'll be checking the DOT number as well. Get a look at the brake pad, and then a quick view of the wheel well area. And I actually review this as well. And if I see anything, I'll be sure to comment on it. Looking at the rear of the vehicle, the tail light lenses are good. Give them a little tap, nice and secure. Didn't see any damage to them. I always like to check back here as well. This is where it typically gets hit. Just some little scuffing here. And that's just, I think, just some debris in there. Let's get some readings, 2.5, 3. I don't think I'll get any readings here yet. Okay, 3. And then let's get another view of the roof from this angle. All right. I didn't check the rails on the left side. Let's take a quick little shake. Good. I'll be checking the operation of the windshield wiper. And back here with the right rear wheel. But let's do that. Let's do that quick, the side view. I like to kind of mess with the angle a little bit. That's when you start picking up on the waviness and other blemishes. Here I can just see just a little bit of curb rash there. Don't see tires look good, sidewalls. Let's get a quick view of the brakes if we can. Sometimes the spokes are positioned to where I can't get in there. Let's mess with that just a little bit. Okay, we'll do that later. And then the wheel well area. Good. Glass in good shape. Just another view of the roof line. I'll be reviewing these body lines here later. Part of the second part, the analysis portion of this. Okay, 5.0. Again, I can see just some orange peel finish here. And then again, you know, we're obviously getting the signs of repaint. 5, 5.5, and 5.5. Good. Then a mirror, nice and secure. Another view of the roof from this angle here. Oops, I didn't get the readings here. Got those really quick. 3, 3.5. Glass is in good shape. Didn't see any chips or scratches. Also like to get a quick view of the dash, even though we're probably looking at more glare than anything. And then the left or right fender, 6.5. 3.5. Okay, so obviously the repaint, and then just a little bit of overspray here, and then the left or right wheel, just some curb rash there. No sidewall damage. Let's see if we can get a shot of the rotor. Rotor pad, and then the wheel well. The final view here. I didn't show this as part of the video though, but what I do is I get measurements from the wheel well to the center of the tire. Just want to see if everything is centered and not offset. So I'll get this measurement here, which was consistent with the left side, and also from the floor to the bottom of the fender, and they both matched left right, both rear left right as well when I took those measurements. So I'm checking for a consistency here. Okay, one final push back here, and I'm going to move on. This is going to be my second time starting the car. I wish I'd gotten it on the first startup, but I just wanted to move the car really quick, and I didn't think much about it. But when I first got in there to start it, it did have like a really long crank, you know, like la 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 la. It wouldn't fire. Then I cycled the key off again, and I turned it on again, and then it started up again. So here we go. Key in ignition. And what I'd like to do is just turn on the lights at first. We want to see if all the lights come on, like the check engine light, airbag light, any fault lights. They should come up on initial startup. And if there's no issues after the vehicle is done cycling itself, or doing a self-diagnostic, those lights should clear out, indicating that there are no issues. So I see, check engine light, the important ones, the airbag light, and then whatever lights are on there now. I'm going to go ahead and start it and stay quiet. Okay, so it fired right up. Right, so what concerned me when I first started up on cold start, that shouldn't matter on these newer cars. They're all fuel injected and that whole electronic management system going on. These things should fire up right away. RPM is at 1500 RPMs. I'm going to tap on the gas a little bit. It is dropping on its own, so that's a little okay because we know that the engine is cold. And I'm just going to tap on it real quick. Okay, still maintaining a bit of a high idle. What I'll do is I'm going to continue on. We're going to take a look at the exhaust and then take a quick tour of the engine bay area. And then by then, that RPM needs to be down around, I'd say 600, 500, or 700 between there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick look back here. Reason we're going to take a look at the exhaust is we want to make sure that there is no smoke coming out. Have there been, right now I don't see anything, so there's nothing to diagnose. But if it was blue, white, gray, blue, white, gray, and I know I'm missing a color here, but if you saw one of those colors, that all means something to me. So luckily there is nothing to diagnose, so looking pretty good. All right, let's go to the engine bay area. Right. I took a look at the under the hood. You can see the overspray right there, but I don't see like impact damage or creases. I think it's supposed to be like an installation pad. I don't see anything there for noise suppression. Hinges look pretty good. I always like to take a look at the firewall back here, and I look at the position of the engine as well, just to make sure it doesn't appear like it's pushed back. I also get a nice little sturdy point in the engine, and I like to shake it because I'm checking the water mounts. If they're broken, snapped, or damaged, I'd pick up on that. I got some nice close-ups of the engine belt already. Totally looks like they're going straight. I don't hear any squeaks or rattles. I've already taken a look at the coolant, nice and green, filled up to the proper level. That runoff you see right there is because of me opening it. It was overfilled. Okay. I don't hear any abnormal noises coming from the bottom end or the top end. The hoses, nice and squishy, right? They're not stiff. I've already checked the engine oil, looks good. And I removed the oil cap as well, just to see the condition of it internally. There's some gunk right there. I've also looked at the front frame supports there, looks good. And I make sure that the radiator's in there secured. Here you can see where this headlight has the plate that I mentioned earlier. I think I did. A little bit overspray here, and you can see paint cracking here. Right. All right. Moving on. Check the brake fluid. Good level there. I also checked all the way around the area. I look for rodent damage as well. They like to get in there and nest and chew away at the wires, and there was nothing obvious. And I got the frame numbers that people forget to look at. I don't know if I can get it here, but I've got it on camera with the snow photos. Check the transmission fluid as well. Looks nice and pink. And yeah, so nothing alarming here caught my attention. We'll take another look at the exhaust. Okay, so far it's clear. And I can see where the idle has now dropped below the 1,000 mark, I think. Let me take a look. All right, so it's floating at around 1,000. Let me just... All right, so, I mean, to me, that still seems a little high for a fuel-injected new car. I'd like to see it at least a couple hundred below that. Okay, moving on.